Welcome to Hard Time Sports. I'm Matthew Schneider. This topic is Major League Baseball awards for the 2017 season. Here are the categories: American League and National League MVP, American League and National League Cy Young, American League and National League Rookie of the Year, and American League and National League Manager of the Year. Let's start off with the MVP candidates for the American League and National League for this year. There are three finalists for each category. Let's start off in the American League. You have New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge for the American League MVP. Houston Astros second baseman Jose Altuve. And Cleveland Indians third baseman Jose Ramirez. I'm going to take Jose Altuve to win the American League MVP for the American League this year over Aaron Judge and Jose Ramirez. Aaron Judge probably could have won this award, but he had a terrible second half of the season, so I'm going to take Altuve to be the winner. Judge will get second, and Jose Ramirez will probably get third. Now, let's go to the National League finalists. Arizona Diamondbacks first baseman Paul Goldschmidt, Miami Marlins outfielder Giancarlo Stanton, and Cincinnati Reds first baseman Joey Votto. I'm going to take Stanton of the Miami Marlins to win the MVP for the National League. Even though his team didn't make the playoffs, I think he will win. He had the best season in baseball offensively. 59 home runs. I think he had 132 RBIs, and he hit somewhere around in the 280s. I think he's going to win the National League MVP. So those are the MVPs. Jose Altuve in the American League and Giancarlo Stanton in the National League will win the MVP. Now let's go to the American League and National League Cy Young. Here are the candidates. For the American League, Luis Severino, pitcher from the New York Yankees, Corey Kluber, pitcher from the Cleveland Indians, and Chris Sale, pitcher from the Boston Red Sox. I'm going to take Chris Sale to win the Cy Young for the American League from 2017. Great year. Didn't do very well in the postseason, but it's a regular season award. Corey Kluber didn't do very well in the playoffs either. But it's, like I said before, it's a regular season award. Luis Severino probably did the best of the three in the playoffs, but I don't think he's going to win. I think Chris Sale will win the Cy Young for the American League. Now, let's go to the National League. You have Clayton Kershaw of the Los Angeles Dodgers, Steven Strasburg from the Washington Nationals, and Max Scherzer from the Washington Nationals. I think it's going to be hard for one of the two Washington Nationals pitchers to win the Cy Young because they'll get a lot of votes that'll basically almost cancel each other out. So I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to say Clayton Kershaw wins the Cy Young for the National League. So Chris Sale from the American League and Clayton Kershaw from the National League is your Cy Young winners. Now, off to the American League Rookie of the Year. Here are your three candidates. New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge, Baltimore's outfielder Troy Mancini, and Boston Red Sox outfielder Andrew Benintendi. However you say his name is Italian. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's as good as I'm going to get. In the National League, Rookie of the Year candidates are Pittsburgh Pirates first baseman Josh Bell, St. Louis Cardinals shortstop Paul DeJong, and Los Angeles Dodgers first baseman Cody Bellinger. Here's who I think will win Rookie of the Years. I think Aaron Judge will win a Rookie of the Year for the American League. Had the best rookie season of all time. The most home runs, most RBIs, I think everybody rookie. So I think Aaron Judge will win the American League Rookie of the Year. Should be unanimous if the voters get it right. In the National League, I'm going to go Cody Bellinger. Best player in the National League is a rookie this year by far. So I'm going to take, those are my two winners for the Rookie of the Year. Now, off to the Manager of the Year in the American League and National League. In the American League, here are your three candidates for Manager of the Year. Cleveland Indians manager Terry Francona, Minnesota Twins manager Paul Molitor, and Houston Astros manager A.J. Hinch. Now off to the National League. The three candidates: Colorado Rockies manager Bud Black, Arizona Diamondbacks manager Troy Luavi, or how do you say his last name, and Los Angeles Dodgers manager Dave Roberts. Here's who I think will win the Manager of the Years. Back to the American League. I'm going to take A.J. Hinch of the Houston Astros will win the Manager of the Year. Team has won the World Series. Congratulations to the Astros. And in the National League, I'm going to take Bud Black as the winner of the National League Manager of the Year. So to refresh everyone's memory, here are my picks for the total awards. Let's do a quick recap. American League MVP, Jose Altuve will win. National League, Giancarlo Stanton will win. Cy Young, I believe it's going to be Chris Sale in the American League and Clayton Kershaw in the National League. And then in the Rookie of the Year, I think Aaron Judge in the American League and Cody Bellinger in the National League. And the Manager of the Years, A.J. Hinch in the American League and Bud Black in the National League. Those are my picks to win the awards from the 2017 season. I'm Matthew. I will see you again on Thursday when I do my power rankings for football and my picks for Week 11. I'm Matthew. Enjoy the blog.